Advantage Electric, and RE/MAX Connections agent Neva Smith. For more information about our next Ottawa Cyclone basketball broadcast, visit our website at KOFO.com and listen on air for the KOFO Sports Calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Dispro, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Advantage Electric, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. Now let's rejoin KOFO's David Potter, courtside for Ottawa University Braves basketball.
And welcome to Wilson Fieldhouse. I'm David Potter with KOFO, and we are already underway here between the OU Braves and the Bethany Swedes. Brought to you a little bit late after that exciting finish between Hayden and OHS. Unfortunately, OHS coming up just barely on the wrong side of that one, but this close to getting their first victory of the year. But we are about a minute and a half into the game here. Bethany up 2-0 off of a jump shot by sophomore Sam Ashida. And now here's a jumper by Kimmy Linshield, the 6'2 center. She misses, but it's rebounded by Samira Miller. The Bethany is moving left to right, wearing blue. The Braves wearing white with black trim, moving right to left here on their home court. Bethany moving inside, going up and in off the backboard. That's Sydney Ahaneku, making her first start of the season. She's got 2 points, and Bethany up 4-0 here in the early going. The Braves 8-4 in conference play, and the Swedes just 3-9. So, and there's a nice take by Maddie Stewart, getting to the lane and laying it in off the backboard, making it a 4-2 game. But again, Bethany just 3-9 in conference play on the season. The Braves sitting at 8-4, the definite favorites coming into this game. Bethany coming out, scoring the first 4 points, but Stewart gets the Braves on the board. We're at about 7.5 to go here in the first quarter, just in the early going of the game. There's a long two-pointer from the corner, missed, rebounded by Maddie Stewart. Bringing up the court, passes over to Jenna Kramer. She beats her defender to the rim, now goes all the way under on the baseline, kicks it out to Kaylee Williams for three, misses, off-target rebound, tracked down by Sam Ashida. And Ashida will throw it right out of bounds, trying to work it down low to Ahaneku. Tate unhappy with decision by Kaylee Williams there, and she will get a quick hook, and Caitlin Hughes comes into the game early. 7 minutes to go here in the first. Braves just down 4-2. Kelsey Hendricks to bring it up the court. Now she gets into the lane, backs it back out. Over to Maddie Stewart, fakes the three, gets into the lane, down low to Romig, off the glass and in, ties it up at 4. Maddie Stewart with the assist to the senior Ashley Romig. Bethany working around the perimeter. They'll go for three. In and out. Offensive board by Ahaneku, and she's fouled as she goes back up for it. Ahaneku, the second leading rebounder on the team, despite this being her first start and only averaging 16 minutes a game. Not quite as tall as the center, Linshield, who's 6'2". Ahaneku stands at 5'10", but she's athletic and able to get up there for those boards. Misses the first half of her two shots here as Romig comes out. Leslie Spear onto the court to give Romig a quick break. Free throw number 2 by Ahaneku is in. Braves are down 5-4. Hendricks quickly sends it up to Jenna Kramer. Kramer swings over to Maddie Stewart, over to Hendricks on the left side. Caitlin Hughes thought about the three. Now she'll kick it out. Open three for Kelsey Hendricks. In. It's good. Braves go up 7-5 off the open three by Kelsey Hendricks in the corner. Bethany working against Ottawa's full court trap now. Caitlin Hughes got beat but got a hand in there, knocked the ball away briefly. Bethany able to recover. Now a jump shot, nothing but air, missed. Rebounded by Maddie Stewart. Stewart flows it up and gets it over to Hendricks, swings it over to the left side. Caitlin Hughes will send it over to the right side. Now Hendricks has another open three at the top of the key, high off the back of the rim and in. She's got 6 quick points. And Keith Ferguson, coach of Bethany, wants a timeout as the Braves just took a 10-5 lead, 5:41 to go in the first quarter, 30-second timeout. We'll be right back with more Braves basketball here on KOFO.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
This is Eric Crowley with Advantage Electric. On the court, teams look for any advantage they can get. When it comes to your electric needs, whether residential, commercial, or custom, we're your advantage. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call today at 785-418-1218.
Welcome back. Kelsey Hendricks already with 2 quick threes. That last one from the top of the key bounced probably 6 feet into the air off the back of the rim and then just perfectly fell through. Now a block by Jessica King on the other end. Driving was Kayra Peters, the 5'1" guard for Bethany, going up against the 5'11" Leslie Spear, or excuse me, that was the 6-footer Jessica King. And no contest, and now a travel called against Peters. Turnover gives Ottawa the ball up 10-5, 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. Hendricks to bring it up with 6 quick points here in the early going. For Kaylee Williams, almost had it stolen, but it's knocked into the hands of Spear. Now Williams kicks it out to Caitlin Hughes. She'll go for 3. Short, rebounded by, Ahaneku. It's going to take a couple minutes to get used to having that one flow off the tongue. Here's a drive by Bethany. Scoop up off the glass with the left hand up and in. Nice take by Ashton Burdick of Bethany. Pull them back to within 3. Took a 2-3 zone in the half court for Bethany, leaving some open 3-point shots. Kaylee Williams is going to drive, kicks out to Hughes. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Now working it down low to Spear. Entry pass is intercepted by Ashton Burdick. And the Braves turn it over, up 3. Here's Burdick on the wing, thought about the 3, defended by King. And she wants to drive, goes up with the left hand again, off the glass again, in again. Almost the exact same plays last time. Theater defender with the dribble with her left hand, and Bethany's within 1. Hughes now driving the baseline, kicks it out to King, swings it over to Kaylee Williams. Hughes wants to drive the baseline again, and she loses control. It goes out of bounds. We're going to see some new players. Rashia Parker in for Kelsey Hendricks. Spear comes off. Romig comes in. King off. And Hughes off. Kramer and Stewart in for them. So you've got Rashia Parker, Jenna Kramer, Kaylee Williams, Maddie Stewart, and Ashley Romig in. Basically the entire starting lineup except Parker in for Hendricks. Bethany swinging it around the perimeter. They're down 1. Now the take by Ashita off the glass. Missed with the 6'2 center. Kimmy Linshield grabs the offensive board and puts it in. Bethany's taken the lead back. 11-10. Kaylee Williams with the open 3 from the left corner. Swish. Got it. Braves are up by 2. 13-11. Peters takes it down for Bethany. Swings it into the corner to Sierra Wong. They'll keep working it around the 3-point line. Now they work it inside. Does a good job finding Burdick, but she has it knocked away, and that one's last touched by Bethany. Will go out of bounds. The Braves will inbound along the sideline on their own side of the court. 3:11 to go here in the first. Braves up 2, 13-11. Rashia Parker to bring it up. Parker moving to her left. Now swings it back out to the right. Very nearly stolen. Look, it would have led to a fast break. Here's Kramer for three. It's in. The Braves shooting lights out from three-point range early, and they're back up 5. They'd taken the 5-point lead, gave up 6 straight points. Now they've scored 6 straight of their own off back-to-back threes, and they're up by 5 again. Now a trap in the corner, and that was Sam Ishida who lost it for Bethany. And I think it may have initially gone off her leg, but then looks like it touched Maddie Stewart on its way out of bounds. So it'll be Bethany ball. Kaylee Williams comes out. Caitlin Hughes re-enters the game. Taya Peters to inbound. Gets it over to Ishida. Ishida for a long three. Got it. The rims have been kind for both teams so far. 16-14. Braves holding on to a 2-point first quarter lead. Parker looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Stewart. Stewart wants to drive on the bigger player, Linshield. Not as quick. Linshield tried to recover after Stewart drove by her. Went for the block, but called for the foul, and Stewart's going to go to the line for a pair of free throws. Stewart's first free throw is in. Braves up 3. Melanie Romig and Kelsey Hendricks come in. Ashley Romig and Rashaya Parker. Romig will stay on. Rashaya Parker and Caitlin Hughes will come off. So both Romigs on the court, Melanie and Ashley, the freshman and the senior. As Maddie Stewart hits free throw number 2 and pushes it back to a 4-point game. 18-14. Chris Peters bringing it down. Throws an errant pass to nowhere. And the Braves will get the ball right back. Hendricks now to bring it up. Here's Stewart, fakes the 3, drives. Went to find Ashley Romig underneath. Bethany gets into the passing lane and knocks it away. Hendricks will throw it in along the sideline. Romig trying to get open. They'll kick it out to Jenna Kramer. Long 3. Looks good, but just a little short. Rims out. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Braves up 18-14 over Bethany. Peters over to Samira Miller. And here's Ishida at the top of the key, defended by Melanie Romig. Half-court man-to-man defense for the Braves. Screen, now they get it down to Linshield. Blocked by Ashley Romig. The 6'2", Kimmy Linshield just tried to go up with it. Romig gives up a couple inches to her, but got up there and swatted that one away. Goes out of bounds, last touch by Bethany, and the Braves get the ball back again. Stewart to inbound over to Jenna Kramer. Light full court pressure being brought by Bethany, more of just a straight full court man-to-man defense. Ashley Romig at the top of the key, gets it down low to Maddie Stewart. Had to pick up her dribble, now kicks it back out. Romig called for a travel as she went to drive. Still 18-14, Braves on top, 1:17 to go here in the first quarter. They'll swing it over to Sam Ishida to cross the half-court line, defended by Kelsey Hendricks. Now back over to Peters. Peters moving to her left, now gets it inside the lane. And referee was blocking my angle, but I believe that was blocked down low. Goes out of bounds as it looked like might have been Favors going up for the shot. Now there's a foul before the ball could be inbounded. Called against Taya Peters. Her first. 1:01 to go here in the first quarter. Melanie Romig checking out. Kaylee Williams back out onto the floor. Maddie Stewart to inbound, gets it over to Jenna Kramer. Again, Bethany pressures the inbound, but then backs off. Not staying in a full true press. Here's Jenna Kramer driving. Rebound by Ashley Romig, up off the glass, no good, but fouled. Kramer went up off the board and it was just a little short, but Romig able to clean up the offensive rebound and draw the foul. Avery Lumen is going to check in. Coming in for Jenna Kramer. Lumen getting more and more playing time, really ever since the holiday break. 19-14 Braves. 45 seconds remaining. Romig hits her second. Braves have a 6-point lead, their biggest of the game so far. Now there's a foul on Lumen, trying to catch up with Peters as she's hustling it down the court. 41.9 to go here in quarter number one. Peters will inbound along the sideline. She finds a Sheeta at the top of the key, defended by Kaylee Williams. Now there's a moving screen called against Samira Miller. And Keith Ferguson, coach of the Bethany Swedes, continues to express his displeasure with the call. The referee does not seem particularly concerned. Kaylee Williams out on the right wing, gets it over Lumen. Works it down low to Ashley Romig. She turns, right-handed hook, no good. 20 seconds to go, no shot clock. Bethany brings it down. Quick pass down to Favors. Nice ball movement, gets it over to Ahaneku, who goes up and in with it. Braves lead cut to 4, 10 seconds left. Kaylee Williams looks to drive, kicks out to Avery Lumen for three from the corner. She got it! And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. The Braves taking their biggest lead of the quarter with that last second three from the corner. Avery Lumen putting them up 23-16. We'll take a break and then be back with quarter number two here from Ottawa. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
And we are back in Wilson Fieldhouse where the Braves are up 23-16. Going into quarter number two, the Braves will get the ball to start things off. Again, 8-4 in conference play, looking to move to 9-4 ahead of a big matchup, a rubber match with Kansas Wesleyan on Saturday. Bethany just 3-9 in conference play. They're in a 2-1-2 zone here in the half court, but that's going to leave some open shots for the Braves from outside. They've taken advantage of that early on. Here's Kaylee Williams. Wants the three. Misses. Rebounded by Jenna Kramer. Kicks it back out to Avery Lumen. Zone can hurt you by giving up open shots. It can also hurt you on the defensive boards because unlike in a man-to-man defense, you can't just turn around and box out your man. You have to go search for someone to box out. Here's Kaylee Williams, another open three. Got it! Wants the three, gets the three. Up by 10, 26-16 OU. The offensive rebound, what led ultimately to the extra 3 points for the Braves. Bethany swinging it around the perimeter. Now to work it inside. And there's a foul. Ahaneku goes up for it. Fouled by Romig. The Romig of the Ashley variety. Her first foul. First free throw is short. Ahaneku, just a 50% free throw shooter, and she's now 1 for 3 on the game. Romig is going to come out Leslie Spear into the game to spell the senior. Ahaneku with her second attempt, up, off the backboard, and no good. That's rough. Avery Lumen with the ball, swings it over to Kaylee Williams, back over to Lumen, trying to set up the defense, or excuse me, the offense, working against the 2-1-2 defense. Lumen for three. It's in. The Braves just on fire from three-point range, and it's 29-16. Braves up 13. Bethany breaks the trap. Now back into the corner again. Ahaneku gets it over to Ashton Burdick, who draws the foul. She goes up for it, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Coach Ferguson of Bethany pulls his entire team over away from the block so he can go over some strategy with them. Not happy with the way things are unfolding so far. That was foul number 2 on Avery Lumen as the first free throw goes in. Lumen comes off. Kelsey Hendricks back into the game. So it's the starting lineup minus Ashley Romig plus Leslie Spear for OU. 29-17, 8:29 to go here in the second quarter. Burdick's second free throw is in. It's an 11-point game. They'll stay with full court man-to-man defense. Kelsey Hendricks gets over the half-court line, kicks it over to an open Jenna Kramer, passes up the three. She'll move it around over to Hendricks on the left side. Now she looks to drive, backs it out, swings over to Leslie Spear, dumps it down low to Maddie Stewart. Nice move, missed, rebounded by Bethany. That's Sierra Wong who came up with the board. Now she'll kick it out to the left wing, a drive by Burdick. She's going to be fouled by Maddie Stewart. The crowd in the OU bench not impressed by the call. It won't matter. That'll be foul number 1 on Maddie Stewart. It sends Burdick to the line. She's got team high 6 points, and she'll look to add to it here. First free throw is in. Cuts the lead to 10. It could be single digits if she hits this one. Bethany will not put any rebounders down low. Burdick's second free throw is good, so it doesn't matter. 9-point game. Back to single digits, 29-20, under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Maddie Stewart picks up her dribble in the back court, sends it over to Hendricks. Running out of time to get it over. Now they finally swing it over to Kaylee Williams. Now here's Kelsey Hendricks at the top of the key over to Maddie Stewart. Ashley Romig, that's Leslie Spear calling for it down low, but they'll continue to work it around the perimeter. Maddie Stewart started the drive, but they cut her off. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Kaylee Williams, swing pass over to Hendricks, then over to Kramer, who travels as she tries to drive. Turnover by OU after they use up the entire shot clock. Bethany inbounds to Tara Peters. Braves stick with man-to-man defense in the half court. Here's Burdick, kicks it over to Peters, who misses the jump shot. Offensive rebound underneath by Meinke. Now she'll kick it out to Burdick. The runner, no good. Saved by Burdick into the hands of Kramer, and she is fouled by Peters, trying to get that ball away. There's 2 players going after the loose ball, and Peters called for the foul. Spears going to check out. Melanie Romig comes in. Kramer is off, and Ashley Romig comes in. So you have Hendricks, Williams, Melanie Romig, Maddie Stewart, and Ashley Romig as your 5 on the court for OU. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Maddie Stewart, open 3, passes it up, swinging out to the right side. Kelsey Hendricks wants another 3. Short. Rebounded by Burdick. Sierra Wong to bring it up for Bethany. Back into the hands of Burdick, their leading scorer so far today. Averages just 7 points a game. There's going to be a travel called against Meinke, and it's coming back the other way. 6:37 to go, second quarter. Braves holding on to that 9-point lead. Quick substitution as Ahaneku comes off. for Bethany, and the 6'2 center, Kimmy Linshield, comes back on. Jessica King ready to check in for the Braves at the next opportunity. Melanie Romig swings it over to Maddie Stewart. Stewart, the jump step into the lane, misses the shot, rebounded by Meinke, and it's coming back the other way. Bethany moving left to right. Burdick now backs it out. Going to swing it over to Wong. Wong defended by Kelsey Hendricks. Out at the top of the key, she'll swing it to the right side. Sam Ashita is back into the game. Their leading scorer held to 5 points so far in this one. Ashita gets the ball top of the key. That pass almost stolen. Here's Burdick. Open jumper from the elbow. Nothing but net. Cuts the lead to 7. Burdick now has 10 points. Maddie Stewart, left corner over Kaylee Williams. Skip past Kelsey Hendricks. Moves in, then backs out over to Kaylee Williams for 3. Nothing but net. Nailed it. 32-22. Bruce Tate wants a 30-second timeout to strategize. The Braves push their lead back up to 10. This is OU basketball on KOFO.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit DingleMortuary.com.
At the Wilson Fieldhouse, your lineup on the court: Jenna Kramer, Kaylee Williams, Melanie Romig, Jessica King, and Ashley Romig. 5.5 to go here in the first half. Braves just pushed their lead back up to 10 after a three-pointer by Kaylee Williams. Williams has 4 points on the day. Burdick, the leading scorer for Bethany, dumps it into Linshield, defended by Ashley Romig. Linshield tries to back her down, and blocked by Ashley Romig. They're going to call a jump ball. Looked like a clean block. Knocked it out of Linshield's possession. Couldn't have touched it for more than a split second. Usually you'll see that called if the player goes up for the shot, a player blocks it, and they both keep their hands on the ball as the player jumps and then lands. But that ball was not cleanly out of Linshield's possession, so the jump ball, a strange call. Possession arrow pointing to Bethany. They'll keep the ball, but now the inbound goes off Melanie Romig's leg and into the hands of Avery Lumen, so the Braves end up turning them over anyway. About 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Ottawa up 10. Avery Lumen fakes the 3, now swings over to Jenna Kramer. Bethany sticking with that zone. Melanie Romig looks to drive, has it just ripped right out of her possession. Nice defensive play by Samira Miller of Bethany. Romig not careful enough on the dribble, and Miller just reached out and grabbed it. Swinging it around the three-point arc. Wong over to Burdick on the left side. Ashita at the top of the key wants to drive, now kicks it out. Now they'll get it down low to Linshield again. Goes up through the block attempt by Romig and is able to finish off the glass. Pulls them to within 8. 32-24. Skip pass over to Jenna Kramer for the open 3. Off target. King fought for the offensive rebound. Got her hand on it, but it goes out of bounds. Braves taking advantage of the open threes that are being given to them by that 2-1-2 zone by Bethany. Leaving a lot of three-point shots on the wing open through the holes in the zone. The Braves have been able to capitalize for the most part on their outside shooting. But Bethany has found some defensive holes of their own, and they're only down 8. 4 minutes to go here in half number 1. Burdick kicks it out to Favors. Gabriel Favors over to Ashita. Now Favors down low to Linshield. Faces up, goes for the jump shot, misses. Now Melanie Romig swats the ball away, but steps on the baseline trying to regain control of the ball. Caitlin Hughes is going to check in for Melanie Romig, who put in a nice shift, showed a lot of effort there. Using her playing time well. Braves up 8, 32-24, 3:50 to go. Inbound goes to Linshield. She's too far out from the basket. Clock running down. She wants no part of it. So she'll just dump it off to Ashita, who has no choice but to throw up a long 3 that really didn't come close. Linshield caught that inbound almost at the three-point line. That is not her range. And she wanted nothing to do with it and just handed it off with not enough time left for Bethany to really accomplish anything. Here's Lumen swinging it over to King at the top of the key. Kicks it out to Kramer on the right wing. Continue to move it around the perimeter. Now another skip pass over to Kramer. She's going to work it inside, take a pull-up jumper from 16 feet out, knocks it down. Lead goes back up to 10. Jenna Kramer, 2 points there. Bethany breaks the trap. Burdick, it's long two, comes up short. Defensive rebound by Caitlin Hughes. Lumen will bring it back up the other way. Braves moving right to left. She'll back it out, hand it over to Caitlin Hughes. Now swings it to Jenna Kramer. Hughes. They'll keep working around the perimeter. Now here's Ashley Romig. Wants to work it in. Kicks it out to Kramer, but pass a little off target. Goes past her. Goes out of bounds. As Maddie Stewart checks in for Jessica King. 2:54 to go on the clock. Here in the second quarter, Braves up 10, 34-24. Linshield back out of the game, as is their leading scorer today, Burdick. Ahaneku, the post player, the lone post player on the floor now for the Swedes. Gabriel Favor swings it over to Samira Miller. The long three, got it. Good shooting by Miller there, and the lead is cut to 7. Sticking in a 2-1-2. Avery Lumen brings it up over to Jenna Kramer. Working it around. Lumen shuffled her feet. That's going to be a travel. Kelsey Hendricks to come into the game for, I believe, for Lumen. Yes, Lumen will come off. 2:22 remaining. 7-point game, and Bethany with the ball now. It'll be Sierra Wong bringing it up the court. Moving to her right side, bringing it down the sideline. Now brings it back to the left, uses a screen. Wants to drive. That's cut off. Gets over to Miller. Swings it back out to Favors on the left wing. Favors wants to drive now. Going against Kramer. Blocked. What a play by Jenna Kramer. Quick hands. Getting in the way of that shot. Hendricks leaves it off for Caitlin Hughes. Swing it around the perimeter. Hendricks drives the baseline. Pull-up jumper way off. That went about 2 feet over the basket. Bethany wants to take it all the way down. Here's Ashita. Goes up. Misses as she sort of dove into a couple of players looking for contact. Didn't find any. But the Braves did get a hand on that ball, so Bethany will retain possession. 1:42 on the clock. Inbound over to Favors. Now they'll work it down low to Ahaneku. Up off the glass and in. Nice job finishing around Ashley Romig, the conference's top shot blocker. That makes this a 5-point game. Bethany trying to pull off an upset. Stewart, jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Wong. Miller at the top of the key, defended by Maddie Stewart, though not tightly. They don't look at her as a three-point shooter. Ahaneku with the ball up high. Now tries to get it over to Ashita. Ball knocked away, but finally back into the hands of Ashita. Long three, misses everything. Ahaneku tries to save it, can't. The Braves get the ball. We're going to see another 30-second timeout taken by OU coach Bruce Tate. He's not happy with the Braves' lead being cut to 5, 34-29. We'll take a break and then be back with more basketball on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And we are back in Wilson Fieldhouse here in Ottawa after 3 straight home games. The Braves at home for 3 in a row now. The first of these 3 off to a bit of a rough start. The Braves have broken open a couple of big leads, only to have Bethany continue to fight back. They're to within 5 now, 34-29, 48 seconds to go here in the first half. Maddie Stewart blocked by Ahaneku of Bethany. Linshield is going to check in. Ahaneku comes off. They started with both Linshield and Haneku, the two post players, both on the court. Since then, they've generally gone to a 4-out, 1-in look and only kept one of them on the floor. Here's Kramer looking to drive. It's going to be an arm bar called on. I believe it might have been Favors called for the foul. No, they're going to whistle Sierra Wong for the foul. Now an inbound along the baseline. Gets it over to Ashley Romig working against Linshield. Now pass it over to Stewart. Nice cut to the basket. Ball just spins off the rim, though, and out of bounds. And ball goes to Bethany. They're down only 5. 31.8 showing on the clock. Sierra Wong to bring it up. Bethany moving left to right. About a second and a half difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Time runs down in the first half, and it looks like Wong and Bethany will be content to run time down. Now they're going to set their offense. Favors looks down low to Linshield, has it knocked away. Stolen now by Kelsey Hendricks. She has 5 seconds, gets it over to Romig, 3 seconds. Over to Jenna Kramer, long three, off the top of the backboard as time expires. We're going to go into halftime with a closer lead than we might have anticipated. Braves up 34-29 at halftime after some rough patches despite the good shooting performance here in the first half. We will take a break and then be back with the Advantage Electric halftime show. You're listening to OU Braves basketball here on KOFO.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric halftime show on KOFO. Whether you're building or remodeling, you want your project to be unique to you. Eric Crowley of Advantage Electric can help.
Something recently we've started is custom lighting. Making custom lights, I've noticed it's a new trend. Not everybody wants the big, box light fixtures that you can buy. Everybody's looking for something eclectic nowadays and new and a conversation piece.
Your ideas come to life.
Anything and everything that you could think of that you could possibly make a light fixture out of, we could certainly do it.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
The Ottawa Shopper has a new look with new features. Never miss your favorite TV show with the TV Guides. Find area church times and the popular Kids Talk About God column on the church pages. And get useful employment tips from our weekly Q&A advice column. Call 242-4700 to get your Franklin County address added to our subscription list for free, or pick up the Ottawa Shopper at multiple racks around town. That's 242-4700.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Technology, mobile banking. I totally heart my bank.
Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
And we're back in Wilson Fieldhouse where it is halftime between the Bethany Swedes and the Ottawa Braves. Bethany coming into this game just 5-13 overall, 3-9 in conference play. Braves 12-8 overall, 8-4 in KCAC play, but Bethany giving them all they want after leading by as many as 13. The Braves' lead has been cut to 5, 34-29. Bethany's been deploying a 2-1-2 zone that's left a lot of open threes for the Braves, and they have taken advantage. 8 of 16 from three-point range, hitting half their threes, so that hasn't been the problem. But 3 of 12 from two-point range, not real desirable, and that's what's limited their scoring somewhat, despite the nice shooting performance from three-point range. They have limited their turnovers, just 7 in the first half. They've turned Bethany over 11, so that hasn't been an issue. We've seen it cause problems at times, but they have given up 10 offensive rebounds on 17 missed shots for Bethany, so that's definitely not what you want to see. About 60% of the time Bethany has missed a field goal, they've gotten their own rebound, and that's a good way to give a team a lot of extra opportunities to score, and that's what's happened here so far. We will take our first break of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show, then be back with more. You're listening to KOFO Sports.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show on KOFO.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO Sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
This is Lou Baker at CarStar Ottawa. Our technicians are highly trained, iCar certified repair experts. We provide continued education for our employees and the latest equipment to ensure the highest quality repairs. We work hard at staying your #1 collision repair shop. 1-800-CARSTAR. Relax, we'll take it from here.
Need to know if your child's game or practice has been canceled due to weather? Sign up now for Ottawa Recreation Commission's text alerts. Go to orcottawaks.org to sign up or for more information.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Costantino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Costantino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
And we're back in Wilson Fieldhouse for more of the Advantage Electric Braves halftime show on KOFO. Whether you're building or remodeling, residential or commercial, get the electric advantage for your project. Advantage Electric, 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call 418-1218. Braves up 34-29 here at the break. Both teams shooting an identical 11 of 28 from the field, but Bethany with 24 total rebounds compared to the Braves' 11. Bethany has 10 boards on the offensive end, 14 defensive. Braves with 3 offensive boards, 8 defensive, and look no further than that if you're looking to explain why a 3-9 team is hanging in on the road with an 8-4 team. That'll be something the Braves need to address, is blocking out and really just showing a little more tenacity on the boards, especially with Bethany in a 2-1-2 zone. Only 2 players down low, and when you're in a man-to-man defense, I was saying earlier, you can just spin around and block your man out, and that puts you in better position to get those defensive rebounds and keep the other team off the offensive glass. When you're playing a zone, you're defending a zone, not a player, so you're not necessarily right next to someone who you can spin around and keep away from the rebound. So you should be ideally getting more offensive rebounds as a team like Ottawa playing against the zone. That has not been the case here. They're getting out-rebounded badly by Bethany, and it's the reason this is a 5-point game. We'll go ahead and take another break and then be back with more of the Advantage Electric Halftime Show. You're listening to Braves Basketball on KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Ransom Memorial Hospital Cancer Care, your cancer-fighting team, is open and accepting patients. For a personalized care experience, call 785-229-8203. Online at ransom.org or at 1301 South Main Street, Ottawa. RMH Cancer Care. Close to home, close to your heart.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, serving you with chiropractic and wellness care at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. Call 785-893-8272 for an appointment. As a lifelong Ottawa resident, I'm proud to be a supporter of OU Braves athletics and wish the teams good luck this season.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know experience matters on the court and when it comes to your building needs. Visit QualityStructures.com and let them put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
When it's time to pop the question, or if the answer has already been yes, then it's time to visit Sutton's Jewelry. Why not pull out all the stops for your special day with a style that will take her breath away? From the latest sparkle to artistic magic, Sutton's Jewelry stays on top of the latest trending jewelry designs. Sutton's in-house talented bench jeweler, Phil Sutton, can size any selection, and in-house repairs are always a quick turnaround. Sutton's Jewelry, 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse with more of the Advantage Electric halftime show. The Braves are up 34-29 at halftime. Some key players for the Braves so far. Kaylee Williams, 9 points, 2 assists, no turnovers. Ashley Romeg, only 4 points and 1 board so far, but 2 blocks and 2 assists. Maddie Stewart struggling from the field, just 1 of 7 after 27 points on Monday. Has had 4 points and an assist to her name. But again, the Braves, they have the lead, but there are some areas where they can improve, particularly in rebounding, where they're getting out-rebounded 24-11 tonight on the boards. We'll take one more break and be back with the rest of the Advantage Electric halftime show. You're listening to KOFO Sports.
You're listening to the Advantage Electric halftime show on KOFO.
Adamson Brothers has been maintaining your comfort for over 30 years, and they can keep you warm this winter with wood stoves, pellet stoves, and gas or wood fireplaces. Call them today at 785-242-9273. That's 785-242-9273.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Community journalism is thriving at the Ottawa Herald. 3 days a week in print and every day online, the Herald's award-winning staff covers the news that matters to you. Breaking news, sports, events, and so much more. Just as the Herald has done for more than 140 years. Call 242-4700 to subscribe today, or find us online at www.ottawaherald.com, on Facebook, or download our app.
And we're back, and thank you for listening to the Advantage Electric halftime show. Braves up 34-29 at the break. They're just now entering the floor, so Coach Tate must have had a few words with them after some sloppy play times in the first half. We'll take a break and then be right back with the second half from Wilson Fieldhouse. You're listening to OU Basketball.
when it's time to get busy on Valentine's Day. Celebrate your date the Trojan way. We got condoms galore, and that's for sure. Grab some when you step out to the store. Bearskin, Magnum, ends, whatever. As long as you're wearing one when you're together, just wrap it up, wrap it up. On Valentine's Day, make sure you wrap it up. Wrap it up this Valentine's Day with Trojan condoms. Available now at your local retailer. Trojan, America's #1 most trusted condom brand. Wrap it up, wrap it up. Trojan.
America was built by people with a few dollars and a dream. But even today, there's still one path to success that only requires a dream and about $10. Because if your dream is to start or grow your business, something as simple as the right business card could make all the difference. Right now at Vistaprint, you can get 500 customized high-quality business cards for only $9.99. That's $9.99, and your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed. Just go to Vistaprint.com, use promo code 6565 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 6565.
Why trust the parts pros at Advance Auto? Because if there's one thing they know, it's parts.
Advance Auto Parts and Batteries, this is Nestor. How can I help you?
Lately, when I go to accelerate, my car doesn't have the oomph it used to.
Well, you could try using a fuel system cleaner. That might help.
Is that part of a tune-up?
People like to use it when they do a tune-up.
And what all does a tune-up involve?
Spark plugs, air filter, fuel filter.
Wow, you really know everything. I'm going on a second date tonight. Would you go flowers or chocolates?
Advance Auto Parts. We know everything about auto parts.
At Simple Mobile, we want to make wireless simple, so we won't use any sound effects like to describe our blazing fast network. Simple Mobile offers truly unlimited high-speed data, talk, and text for just $60 a month. Sure, we could use lots of echo to show how bottomless our unlimited high-speed data is, but we won't. Bottom line, we give you more speed and data for less money, because if you want better wireless, the answer's simple. Available at Dollar General, Family Dollar, CVS, and other select national retailers. Savings may vary. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. A month equals 30 days. Please refer always to the latest terms and conditions of service at simplemobile.com.
Welcome back to Ottawa here at Wilson Fieldhouse, where the Braves are about to inbound to start off the second half, up 34-29 over the underdogs, the 3-9 Bethany Swedes, looking for only win number 4 here in conference play, but they've managed to hang around with the Braves, and they'll stick with this 2-1-2 zone that has given the Braves a lot of open looks from three-point range. They're 8 of 16 from outside, and there's a skip pass over to Kelsey Hendricks that goes just beyond her outstretched fingertips and out of bounds. So an unforced turnover by the Braves to start off the first half. Not what they wanted to see. The drive over to the left by Bethany, now out onto the wing. Samira Miller with the ball, kicks it over to Sam Ashita. Ashita had a quiet first half. This is the team's leading scorer. This is a three-pointer by Broddick. Misses. Broddick had a team-high 10 points, which is more than what she averages per game in the first half. Braves on the other end. Here's Romeg out to Maddie Stewart. Fakes the pass and starts to drive. Kicks out to Hendricks. Now Ashley Romeg wants to work underneath. She tries the bounce pass to Kaylee Williams, but it bounced a little too low. She couldn't reach down and get it. Goes out of bounds. Bethany with the ball to inbound along the sideline. Braves back into a half-court man-to-man defense. Here's Broddick looking to drive. Quick hands by Maddie Stewart. Gets the steal. No, she'll slow things up after initially looking for a fast break. Now she gets over to Kaylee Williams. Dribbles off her foot, and it goes out of bounds. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for the Braves so far. After doing a pretty solid job of that in the first half, they're now quickly up to 10 turnovers for the game. Here's Wong. Hands it off to Miller. Working against Kramer. Blocked, and Kramer got her hand down. She tried to hold it up vertically afterward, but reached in a little bit on that block attempt, and that's going to result in 2 free throws by Samira Miller, who is an 80% free throw shooter on the year, but she's only tried 10 times. Doesn't get to the line often. First one is in, and this is a 4-point game. Linshield, the 6'2 center, actually backed over on the other side of the court. It's Burdick and Wong down low to rebound for Bethany. And the second free throw is good. This is a 3-point game. They work it into Stewart, kicks it back out to Kramer. Hendricks had an open 3, passes on it. Now Romeg skip pass to Jenna Kramer, almost goes out of bounds. Almost went to me. Kaylee Williams goes up for 3. She was fouled on the shot. Samira Miller whistled for the foul, and as long as she was behind the three-point line, or no, they're going to say that was on the floor. So I don't know if it came after she had come down off to the jump shot, but no shots being awarded. It'll be along the sideline. Foul number 2 on Samira Miller. Braves up 3, 34-31. Hendricks swings it over to Stewart, tries to get it down low to Romig. The entry pass almost stolen. Romig able to track it down. Hendricks over to Kramer, skip pass to Kaylee Williams. Good ball movement, getting it over to Romig. She could have been called for a charge there. She lowered her shoulder, knocked the player to the ground. No call at all. Now a 3 missed by Jenna Kramer, but an offensive board by Maddie Stewart. She'll put up the jumper. Nothing but that. Got it to fall. The Braves are on the board for the first time this half, pushing the lead back up to 5, 36-31. There's a 3 for Bethany. No good. Offensive or defensive board, excuse me, by Romig. But Jenna Kramer out looking to run. She'll back it off and send it over to Kelsey Hendricks. Working around the outside. Kaylee Williams finds Jenna Kramer. Now Maddie Stewart fakes the 3, looks to drive. Little floater in the lane, it's good. So Maddie Stewart, after going 1 of 7 from the field in the first half, has hit both her first 2 shot attempts here. And the Braves are up by 7. 8 points now for Stewart. They're going to get it down low to Linshield. There's a three-pointer blocked by Maddie Stewart. Now a foul from behind on the rebound attempt. That was Samira Miller coming in and got Kelsey Hendricks right in the back of the head, trying to go through her for the rebound. Lumen's going to have to check on for Hendricks, who's still down. Trainer talking to her, making sure she's okay. Looks like she took a shot to the back of the head from Miller. They're going to help Kelsey Hendricks up off the court now. Well, she's still down. They're still talking to her. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break while they tend to Kelsey Hendricks. Braves up 38-31. You're listening to KOFO Sports.
As an entrepreneur, you're always on the go. So turn your mobile phone into a business phone system with Grasshopper, the entrepreneur's phone system. Make and receive business calls using our iPhone and Android apps. Get a new business number or keep your current one. Forward your calls to any phone and even get your voicemails transcribed. Join over 250,000 small businesses who stay connected with Grasshopper. See how it works at grasshopper.com, the entrepreneur's phone system.
And we're back in Wilson Fieldhouse, where Hendricks has been helped off the court and goes to the bench. Avery Lumen subs in for her, and we'll see if this is going to be anything more than a standard foul, and it will be a technical foul issued against Samira Miller. Keith Ferguson, the coach for Bethany, not happy with the call as Avery Lumen hits the first free throw. It's hard to argue with the call when the foul was directly to the back of the head, which by rule is going to result in a flagrant or a technical. Lumen hits them both, and now the Braves will get the ball back as they were in possession of the rebound at the time of the foul. 40-31, Braves up 9, 6:58 to go here in quarter number 3. Lumen to bring the ball up court. We'll swing it around the outside. Long pass finds Lumen over to Romig. Now skip pass over to Maddie Stewart for the open 3. Just missed. Ball tipped up, and then Linshield with the rebound. Now, quick pass on the break over to Favors. She couldn't handle it. Had to send it back out to Sierra Wong. There was a foul called away from the ball. Going to call it on Ashley Romig down low near the baseline. It'll be Samira Miller to inbound for Bethany. Gets it out to Linshield, who gets it right back to Miller. Blocked by Ashley Romig. From behind, swats it away. Kaylee Williams on the fast break. Draws the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Romig with block number 3. She's the leader in the conference in block shots. Coming into the game with 28 on the season. Add 3 more now, and we're not even done. 40-31. Kaylee Williams can push this back to a double-digit game. First free throw is good. Williams up to 9 points. Ashley Romig is going to sub out for Jessica King. Williams' second shot up and in. 11-point game. Ottawa up 42-31. It's going to be Taya Peters bringing it down. Swings over to the right side. Sierra Wong finds Favors at the top of the key. And wide open 3 for Samira Miller. Off target. Offensive rebound by Linshield. She'll kick it out to the right wing. It's going to be a foul on Avery Lumen. Peters started to drive. Lumen tried to maintain her position. Peters kind of drove right into the middle of her, but usually we'll only see that called a charge if you're going to the basket. If you're out away from the basket, most contact is going to be considered a defensive foul, and that's what that was. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Braves up 11. That's got to be a travel. No calls. Tara Peters with the Steve McCalliff move, taking 3.5 steps there before going up for the layup. The basket counts, and the lead is back down to 9. Braves moving left to right now here in the second half. Kaylee Williams out on the left wing. Get past to Jenna Kramer. Thought about the 3, then dragged her foot. It's going to be a travel call, and ball goes back to the Swedes. 5:35 remaining here in the third. Braves up 9, just not able to blow this one open. Peters dribbling over to her right. Now getting into the lane. Tries to kick it out to Miller. Almost stolen. Miller loses track of the ball. Dives on the loose ball. Sends it back out. Now here's Peters to drive again. She's grabbed by Kaylee Williams. Peters is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. A 71% free throw shooter on the year. Caitlin Hughes ready to check in. Most likely for Williams. Ashley Romig set to check in as well. First free throw up and in. Kaylee Williams comes off. Maddie Stewart comes off. Hughes and Romig into the game with 5:17 to go here in the third quarter. It's an 8-point game. Braves leading as they have the whole way, but not by as many as they would like. Tara Peters for free throw number 2. Up and off to the right, rebounded by Ashley Romig. They're going to defend her all the way down the court. Now the Braves break the press, and Bethany backs off into their half-court defense. Jessica King out of in the corner, gets it over to Caitlin Hughes. They'll swing it around. Romig fouled. Miller getting a little too involved with her hands defensively there, trying to swat the ball away. That's going to be foul number 3 on Samira Miller. She comes off. 3 subs on for Bethany. That's going to be Sam Ashita. Today's leading scorer, Ashton Burdick. Then also guard Brooklyn Meinke. First free throw is good for Ashley Romig. Ashita is the leading scorer on the year. She only has 5 points. Burdick averages 8 per game. She's got 10 today. Second free throw is in, but they're going to call a lane violation on Jessica King, so it does not count. 9-point game. Maddie Stewart checks in for King. 4:58 showing on the clock here in quarter number 3. Tara Peters to bring it down. Bethany moving right to left, wearing blue. Braves in white trimmed in black and gold. Moving left to right. Ahaneku over to Ashita. Now a shot down low by the 5'1" Tara Peters. She's able to get it in around the much larger players. cut the lead back down to 7. Braves need to find easier ways to score against this zone rather than just passing it around for open three-pointers. Romig goes hard off the glass, misses. Samashita went up for the board, couldn't hang on to it, goes out of bounds, so the Braves will retain possession after the missed shot. Kelsey Hendricks the inbound. Gets it into Caitlin Hughes, goes for 3, got it! Caitlin Hughes on the board for the first time today. And the Braves lead pushed back up to 10. King ready to come back into the game at the next opportunity. Burdick with the ball at the top of the key, sends it over to Ahaneku. Meinke with the ball, and now we're going to see a foul called on Caitlin Hughes, way out away from the ball. That'll be foul number 5 for the team here in quarter number 3, which sends Bethany to the free throw line for 2 free throws. This will be Tara Peters at the line, 71% shooter at the stripe. Goes up, and the first shot rolls around and in. Kaylee Williams and Jessica King come on for Jenna Kramer and Ashley Romig. Caitlin Hughes and Kelsey Hendricks, the freshman guards, in for the Braves. Now the second shot misses. Burdick able to track down the board. Now she's fouled, I believe, by Caitlin Hughes. It will be on Hughes. Her second foul in rapid succession. We'll see 2 free throws from Burdick now, a 67% shooter at the stripe. Burdick's first free throw, and rattles out. Looks good at first. Lead stays at 9, 46-37. Braves a little closer of a game than I think we expected. Burdick's second free throw, off the back of the iron, rebounded by Kelsey Hendricks. Get over to Kaylee Williams out on the left corner. Picks it up, sends it to the right wing. Hughes gets it down low to Jessica King. She's double-teamed. Works along the baseline, then fouled as she goes up for the shot by Ahaneku. Ahaneku getting called for her first foul of the game. King goes to the free throw line. Just a 55% free throw shooter on the season. Makes this one. Pushes the lead back to double digits at 47-37. Shot number 2 is up and rolls off. Maddie Stewart fights for that offensive board. She's got it. Showed some aggressiveness there and pulling that rebound away. Now Kaylee Williams for 3 off the front of the iron. Offensive board by Jessica King. Now she wants to drive, goes up with her left hand and in off the backboard. Nice move by Jessica King after pulling down the offensive rebound, and the lead is up to 12 for OU. Now that pass went back to the top of the key to Tara Peters. She wasn't even looking for it. Went off her hand and rolls out of bounds. Turnover, and the ball goes back to the Braves. Bethany concerned about the recent turn of events. They want a full timeout. We'll take a minute ourselves. It's 49-37 Ottawa.
Progressive brings you Flowetry with Flo.
When Flo flows, she flows in the know. Mind ruminates the rates. Shown them all, I heed the call. Seeing the rest, I choose the best. Sometimes it's ours, sometimes it's not. When the fox walks, is it called a fox trot? That's a real question.
Compare Progressive direct rates with competitors' rates. Visit Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Howdy, folks. KFC's Colonel Sanders here. Do you have someone you want to get KFC's new $10 chicken share with? It could be a friend, more than a friend, or even a spouse. It's okay. Be brave. Go ahead and say, I want to get a $10 chicken share from KFC with you. Just head to KFC and share 9 extra crispy tenders, 6 pieces of original recipe, a lot of popcorn nuggets, or 12 hot wings. And don't be afraid to be who you are. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Limited time offer. Participating KFCs. Prices may vary. Tax and substitutions extra. Offers not available at all locations.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
We're back in Ottawa. Braves up 49-37 after forcing a couple of turnovers, scoring off an offensive rebound on that last possession And now they have the ball back. Hughes to inbound right in front of us here along the sideline. She'll get it into Ashley Romig on the right wing. Swings it over to the left. There's Kelsey Hendricks over to Caitlin Hughes. Romig on the baseline. Aggressive defense by Meinke. And here's Jessica King. Finds Ashley Romig down low. Looks like some contact, no foul. She goes up again, and that'll be a jump ball. We'll go back the other way. Possession arrow pointing for Bethany. Burdick inbounds to Peters. Under 3 to go here in the third quarter. Peters swings it out to the left wing. Meinke to Burdick down low. Burdick looking for a pass to the basket. Off the glass, no good. Never even touched the rim. Romig with the board. Gets it over to Kelsey Hendricks. 2.5 minute mark now. Romig finds a wide open Caitlin Hughes. Passes up to 3. Tried the pump fake and drive, but took the step first. That's going to be a travel and a turnover. Braves holding on to the 12-point lead, but Bethany gets the inbound. Peters bringing it down, swings it over to Sierra Wong. Back into the hands of Peters. Tries to use a screen. Now tries to kick it out, but Hendricks got into the passing lane, gets the steal, swings it over to Kaylee Williams. Williams into the hands of Caitlin Hughes. Hughes passing up the 3, sends it over to Romig down low, and one. Finished through the contact. Got it to fall off the glass. Foul going to be called against Sierra Wong. Her second, and Romig will go to the free throw line. She's got 7 points, looking to make it 8 now. The lead is 14, the biggest of the game. Free throw's good. Let's make it 15. 2:02 to go in the third quarter, 52-35. Braves on top. Caitlin Hughes and Ashley Romig check out. We'll see Jenna Kramer and Maddie Stewart get back into the game for OU. Sierra Wong to bring it down for the Swedes. Gets it over to Ashita. Almost swing it back into the hands of Ahaneku. Drives, going against Jessica King. Good defense by King. Maintains verticality, affects the shot, and gets the rebound after the miss. And now a tripping foul called against Sam Ashita as Jenna Kramer went to make a move to her right. No malicious intent there. The feet just got tangled up, but Kramer hit the floor hard. Linshield and Romig ready to check on, the two tallest players for their respective teams. Kramer to the line for 2 free throws as Braves are in the bonus. Knocks down the first despite being a little rattled by the impact of the floor. King comes off as Romig comes on. Ahaneku out for Linshield. Goes free throw number 2 by Jenna Kramer. Got it. She's at 7 points for the day, and the Braves with their biggest lead of the game, 17 points. Wong swings it over to the left wing. They want to get it to Linshield, but Romig and Kaylee Williams waiting for her there. Kaylee Williams, when not defending on ball, is helping out on Linshield, trying to deny the entry pass. There's an off-target runner by Bethany, rebounded by Kelsey Hendricks. Coming up on 1 minute to go here in the third. OU up by 17. Maddie Stewart fires it down low to Romig. Off the glass, too hard. Rebounded by Ashita. Under a minute to go. Ashita over to Burdick. Now here's Faber looking to drive. Stolen. Knocked away into the hands of Kelsey Hendricks. Kramer over to Kaylee Williams. Now Maddie Stewart back into the hands of Hendricks. Getting some instructions from the OU bench. Kaylee Williams uses the screen, gets into the lane, loses track of the ball, now dives for it. Now it's a mad scramble for the loose ball on the floor. It's going to roll out of bounds as 2 Bethany players grabbed at it at the same time, and it rolls off. Last touch by them. 54-37, Braves up 17. 29.5 seconds to go, but 8 on the shot clock. Kramer, a long three. Nails it. 4 feet behind the three-point line. Should have been a four-pointer. 20-point game. Jenna Kramer with ice in her veins. Shot clock running down. Here's a long three on the other end by Ishida. Misses. 4 seconds. 2 seconds left. Kramer with the last second shot at the buzzer off the backboard. No good, but the Braves make a lot of headway there in the third quarter. They're going to go into the fourth up by 20, 57-37, leading over Bethany. You're listening to Braves basketball on KOFO.
The KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo is set for Saturday and Sunday, March 4th and 5th. Vendor registrations are now being accepted. As a merchant, this is your chance to showcase your products and services, meet your customers, share important information about your business. Plus, as a participating merchant, you are guaranteed a consistent advertising campaign promoting your business, your merchandise, and when you will be at the expo. Contact KOFO now. Email at KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220. The KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo, 8:30 to 4 Saturday, March 4th, 11 until 3 Sunday, March 5th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. Get your registration in today, and the KOFO marketing team can help with booth preparation and product display, space rental fee, and promotion. Just email sales at KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse in Ottawa. The Braves here for their first of 3 consecutive home games, and this one, after a bit of a shaky start, is off and rolling. The Braves up by 20, 57-37. Up only 5 at the end of the first half. That lead cut as close to as 2. But then Maddie Stewart, Jenna Kramer, and Ashley Romig really took over that third quarter. And now we're looking at a 20-point game. Maddie Stewart at the top of the key after the Braves inbound. Spins, gets into the lane, up off the left side of the glass, gets her own board, gets it to go off the miss. Stewart missed off the backboard, grabbed her own rebound, and went right back up with it. Good hustle play by Maddie Stewart. Now it's going to be a reach-in call against Melanie Romig out on the wing. Stewart up to 10 points on the day after a rough first half where she made only 1 of 7 attempts. Romig comes off. Leslie Spear into the game. I believe that's her first appearance of the second half. Bethany will inbound to Miller. Swings it out to Peters. Peters to the left wing where Radon Childs has it. With her first appearance of the game, long over to Miller on the right side, back in the hands of Childs. The top of the key, looking to get it down low. Now has to keep swinging around the perimeter. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Peters with the ball, now swings it over to Wong. 3 seconds to shoot. Back out to Peters, 1 second. Gets it off at the last possible second, and it goes off the backboard. Never touched the rim. It would have been an offensive board. But it's a shot clock violation because it didn't draw iron. Rashia Parker will check into the game for Kelsey Hendricks. Good to see Hendricks getting that playing time after the hit to the back of the head on the technical foul earlier. 9 minutes to go. Braves up 22. 59-37 is Maddie Stewart. Started to drive, then kicks it back out. Now Parker in the lane, spins, and it's in. Parker had only 2 points the whole year going into Monday's game. Now she's scored in back-to-back games. It's 61-37. Braves open up on a 4-0 run. They're up by 24. During quarter number 3, Linshield with the ball. Kicks it out for a long 3 by Sierra Wong. No, rebounded by Maddie Stewart. She gets it out to Parker. Parker gets it across half court and slows things up. Melanie Romig on the wing, defended by Childs. Now Childs gets up closer, forces Romig to move. She's bumped by Linshield. It'll be team foul number 1 on Bethany. Personal foul number 2 on Linshield. King and Hughes into the game. Maddie Stewart checks out, as will Jenna Kramer. 8:16 remaining. Braves up 61-37. Parker to inbound. Gets it to the safety valve. Melanie Romig, who's backing out to the top of the key. Now Romig into the lane, goes up with it, spins around the rim and rims out. Almost had it. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, Braves sub 24. Linshield swings it over to Burdick. Nice pass by Linshield, fighting Burdick, making that cut to the basket. That's the lead to 22. Long inbound to Jessica King, who's coming in to help on the full court press. Now she's going to dribble it herself and bring it down now into the hands of Melanie Romig, who finds point guard Caitlin Hughes. Now Rashaya Parker, way out away from the basket. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Working against Peters. Peters a little too physical on the defense. Going to be called for the foul. Number 3 on her, number 2 on the team. Hughes to inbound right in front of us here on the sideline. Finds Leslie Spear. Gets it to Romig. Romig now looking to drive. Melanie kicks it out to Caitlin Hughes for 3. Too long. Melanie Romig, offensive board. Finds Hughes, who finds Spear, has it blocked by Burdick. Good ball movement, but the extra pass gave Burdick enough time to come over on help defense and block the ball from behind. Rashai Parker to inbound along the baseline. Gets it into Caitlin Hughes here on the right corner. Into Spear, working against Linshield. And she's going to draw the foul from Linshield as she went right up and into her. She never left her feet for a shot, though, so it'll stay on the floor. Parker to inbound. 3 team fouls now on Bethany. King, a moving hook shot in the lane. She's holding her nose like she might have got hit. No call, though. 61-39, Braves up 22, 7 minutes to go. Another nice little pass by Linshield finding the cutter, and it's going to be a foul called against Parker. Going to send Samira Miller to the line. Miller came into the game having hit 8 of 10 free throws on the season. Not a frequent visitor to the free throw stripe, but this is her second trip today. She misses the front half. Exactly 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here comes free throw number 2 for the junior, Samira Miller. Shot is up and in. And we'll see 3 subs for Bethany. And I thought Aneku might come in for Linshield. She does. We'll also see Ashita, who's had a rough game, back into the game, as is Brooklyn Meinke. Braves having a little trouble breaking the press here. 2 seconds to get it off half court, over half court, excuse me. Hughes does. Finds Parker, almost has it knocked away. Now she does lose it. Meinke with the steal. Errant pass, but hauled in by Burdick. Burdick swings over to Meinke. Now back over to Favors on the right wing. Gets it to Burdick. She wants points. Goes up. Finishes through the contact. I believe that's Melanie Romig who's going to be called for the foul. It is. Burdick will go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity. She's cut the lead to 19. Could make it 18 here. 6:34 to go. Burdick's free throw is up and good. She has 15 points. Just a 34% shooter on the season, averaging 7 points a game. She's got 15 here today, and she's been the most valuable offensive player for Bethany. Parker has that ball knocked away from her, slapped out of bounds. 6:26 to go. Melanie Romig to inbound as Peters checks in for Meinke. Or no, it's going to be Sam Ashita coming off. Ashita, the team's leading scorer, averaging about 12.5 points per game, has been held to just 5 today. King drives, a little short off the glass, rebounded by Peters, coming back the other way. Took it over to Meinke. The corner, finds Burdick, jumper from the elbow is off, she gets her own rebound, blocked by Melanie Romig. Swatted away, and then Rashaya Parker is going to be called for the foul going after the loose ball. But a nice swat there by Melanie Romig. Looked just like Ashley on that one, blocking the shot. Spear and Melanie Romig come off. So does Caitlin Hughes. So does Jessica King. We've got Avery Lumen, Ashley Romig, Jenna Kramer, and Maddie Stewart all back into the game for the Braves. 6:04 remaining. Game cut to an 18-point lead. And now we've got some more starters in for OU. Maddie Stewart looks to take it coast to coast, too hard off the backboard. Now ball bouncing around like a pinball underneath. Jenna Kramer goes diving in for the loose ball and knocked it off a player for Bethany. It goes out of bounds. Sam Machida comes back in for Bethany. Lumen to inbound along the baseline. They'll run a screen. They'll get it to the safety valve. Jenna Kramer at the top of the key. Now over to Lumen. Maddie Stewart deciding what to do. She gets it into Romig. Romig, nice little stutter step, and then off the glass and in. Romig with the post move to get the 2 points and push it back to a 20-point lead. 10 points now for the senior. Peters with the ball at the top of the key for Bethany. Gets it into Aneku at the free throw line. Kicks out to Ashita for a wide open three. Way short, but Burdick goes up and gets the offensive board. Peters works it into Aneku. Up and under, off the glass, missed, but she draws the foul. Going to be called on Ashley Romig. Number 3 on her, number 4 on the Braves as a team. 63-43, 20-point game, 5:13 remaining on the clock. Aneku's first free throw rolls in. Aneku's been a big part of the game today for Bethany, despite this being her first start of the year, and her averaging just 16 minutes a game. She's played well over that today. See a substitution as Burdick comes off and Miller comes on. Aneku got 12 minutes in the first half alone. And it's already beaten out that 16-minute-a-game average. They break the press, get it to Lumen, drives the baseline, goes up, fouled underneath the basket. Foul called on Aneku. That's number 2 on her. Braves now in the bonus, but that was, I believe, a shooting foul anyway. Lumen will miss the first free throw. Aneku comes out, Linshield on. Sierra Wong also back onto the court. Meinke comes off for Bethany. Lumen's second free throw is good. 64-45, Braves up 19, halfway through the fourth quarter. Peters bringing it up for Bethany, swings out to the right wing. There's Linshield, right back out to Peters for 3. Airballed it, but right into the hands of the player down underneath, and now the putback attempt, no good. Last touch by the Braves goes out of bounds. 4:48 to go. Braves looking to make it 9-4 in KCAC play. Heading into that important rematch with Kansas Wesleyan on Saturday. And now that ball goes out of bounds off the inbound play. The Braves will get the ball back. Stewart inbounds to Kramer, back to Stewart as they try and break the press. Good ball movement. Kramer, now she picks up her dribble. Now she's in some trouble. And Bruce Tate wants a timeout as the Braves were down to just 1 second to try and get it across the half-court line. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and then be back with more Braves basketball on KOFO.
At Macy's, it feels good to give back to our communities, each other, and the causes we all care about. From education and the arts to health and wellness. Together with the help and generosity of our customers and employees, we're giving back more than $1 million a week to charities nationwide and making a difference wherever our star shines. We couldn't do it without you. That's the magic of giving, and that's the magic of Macy's. For more info, visit Macys.com/magicofgiving.
And we are back in Ottawa here at Wilson Fieldhouse on campus. And The Braves trying to get it over the half-court line as quickly as possible. They didn't realize that the clock reset because of the timeout. It's stolen by Bethany. They work it inside to Linshield. It goes up off the glass and in. Lumen just threw a wild pass over the half-court line, thinking that she only had 1 second to get it across. But when you call a timeout, that half-court clock resets. Now Maddie Stewart drives, has it knocked away, out of bounds, throw in along the baseline for Avery Lumen. 4:14 to go. Braves up by 17. Is led by as many as 24. And now, not sure what that hand gesture was. It's not a foul, but signaling that Ashley Romig did something illegal after the inbound, and it'll be a turnover. Bethany gets the ball back. And now a steal by Avery Lumen, coming back the other way. Has to slow it up after being double-teamed. Gets over to Maddie Stewart, swings it to the right side. Jenna Kramer drives up off the glass, shoots it around the 6'2" Linshield. Gets it in, pushes it to a 19-point game. And the Braves want a full timeout to go over their strategy for the last 4 minutes here. Braves up 19 on KOFO.
The KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo is set for Saturday and Sunday, March 4th and 5th. Vendor registrations are now being accepted. As a merchant, this is your chance to showcase your products and services, meet your customers, share important information about your business. Plus, as a participating merchant, you are guaranteed a consistent advertising campaign promoting your business, your merchandise, and when you will be at the expo. Contact KOFO now. Email at KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220. The KOFO DIY Supply Home and Garden Expo, 8:30 to 4 Saturday, March 4th, 11 until 3 Sunday, March 5th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. Get your registration in today, and the KOFO marketing team can help with booth preparation and product display, space rental fee, and promotion. Just email sales at KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220.
And we are back in Ottawa, where Bethany is about to inbound after the Braves score and push it up to a 19-point game, 66-47, 3:50 remaining. It's Lumen, Hughes, Kramer, Stewart, and Ashley Romig on the court for the Braves. Bethany working it around the outside. Miller sends it over to Burdick. Down low to Linshield. Tries a little backdoor pass to Burdick, and then Stewart gets the steal, and she's tripped up by, I believe that's going to be against Linshield. That may be number 4 on her. It is. The Braves in the bonus will send Maddie Stewart to the line to shoot twice. Stewart, a 78% free throw shooter with 10 points on the game today. Make it 11. Hits the first one and pushes the lead back to 20. See a substitution for Bethany as Sierra Wong will come on for Taya Peters. And second free throw is off. Linshield with the rebound. 20-point game. Jessica King getting ready to check in for OU. Wong gets over to Miller, back into the hands of Wong, looking to go inside. Here's Burdick, has to kick it back out. Ashita drives and gets it to Linshield, who's fouled by Maddie Stewart as she goes up. Missed the shot, but she'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. Her first trip to the free throw line today. Just a 60% free throw shooter on 77 attempts this year. 3:08 to go. Braves up 20. Make it 19 after a nice looking shot on the first attempt. Maddie Stewart's going to come out. Jessica King on for OU. 3:08 showing on the clock. Kimmy Linshield of Lindsborg, Kansas, playing for Bethany of Lindsborg, Kansas. Misses free throw number 2. It's a 19-point game. Bethany's going to send a couple of subs on. No, he calls them back off because of the missed free throw. Now, not the right time, I guess. Avery Lumen gets to the basket, uses her left hand up off the glass and in. Braves lead is 21, 2:45 to go. Long kicks out to Miller on the right wing. Now over to Burdick. Burdick tries to get into the lane. She got her feet tangled up with Lumen. They're going to call Lumen for a foul. I believe that's number 4 on Lumen. Yes, it is. 2:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Braves up by 21, 69-48. Ashton Burdick at the free throw line is 67% shooter. Hits the first. Melanie Romig in for Jenna Kramer, and Leslie Spear on for Ashley Romig. The 20-point game, 2:38 remaining. I wouldn't be surprised to see more lesser-used players coming in for OU. Second free throw, off, short. King with the board, gets it over to Lumen. 20-point game, 69-49. Lumen over to Melanie Romig. Romig looking to drive, now kicks out to Caitlin Hughes. King now at the top of the key. She's going to drive, kicks out to Hughes. Over to Romig, and now Leslie Spear down low. Kicks it back out to Melanie Romig. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Lumen's three is no good. Board by Leslie Spear, but looks like Ashita got a hand in there, and they're going to call a jump ball. You know, multiple subs coming on for Bethany. We've got Favors, Peters, Ahaneku, and Meinke coming in for Bethany. 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here on the clock. Peters is going to bring it up after letting it roll a little bit on the inbound. 2 minutes to go, 20-point game. 3-point shot, missed by Miller. Here's the drive by Peters, and that foul call may have been one of those where it's the appearance of a foul, if not actually committed, as Romig seemed to reach in, but also did not seem to be able to reach out and actually make contact with the ball or the player, but it is what it is. As the first free throw is good, and so what it is a 19-point lead for the Braves, 1:55 remaining. Second free throw falls. 18-point lead for OU. They've led by as many as 24. Now there's a foul on Meinke on Leslie Spear, who's gotten the ball back after inbounding. Spear will head to the free throw line as the Braves still in the bonus. Spear, an infrequent free throw shooter, 11 of 19 for 58% when she gets there. 1:52 showing on the clock. First free throw is good. Braves cracked the 70-point mark. Giles to check back in for Bethany, and it's Samira Miller checking off. Second free throw is good, and it's a 20-point game. Peters bringing it down right to left, swings it out to the right wing. Now they'll work it to Meinke, and she's fouled going up for the close range shot. So Meinke to the line now, 4 of 4 for the season from the stripe. 20-point game, 1:38 remaining. Meinke's first shot rattles out. Her first missed free throw of the year. Second shot also rims out. Battle for the rebound. And Ahaneku tracked that rebound down. It looked like somebody might have rolled onto her leg from behind. She fell, and she'll be called for a travel. Lumen comes off for OU. Parker comes on. 71-51. Coach Tate with the instruction, no fouls. Although the Braves with the ball, wouldn't anticipate them to. Now King tries to pass down low to Spear, but two players converged on the pass, knocked it out of bounds. And I think Spears' reaction was to try and get a hand on that ball to stop it. She wasn't able to, but it did go out of bounds. Last touch by her. Three by Childs, way over the basket, air ball, missed. It'll be out of bounds to the Braves. Now the Braves trying to break a bit of a press, and dangerous pass there by Parker. Melanie Romig able to jump up and pull it down. She's on the left wing, battles away from a jump ball attempt. Gets over to Parker, good ball movement over to Hughes. Drains the three, 74-21. 6 points now for Caitlin Hughes. Under a minute to go. Braves up 23. There's a kick out to Peters at the top of the key. Drives past Parker, goes up. Some contact as Spear tried to draw the offensive foul. No call either way. Weinke almost lost it. Now a missed three-pointer rebounded by Ahaneku. Now Spear gets away from her, has to throw it directly into the hands of Ahaneku. And now she's fouled, going back up for it. I'm really not sure how Ahaneku has played 18 games, but started not only 16 minutes a game, just 5 points, 4 boards per game. She's a very talented post player, and even though she doesn't have the pure height of Kimmy Linshield, she's more effective just because of the athleticism and the movement that she has down there. Second free throw off the front of the iron and in. 22-point game. We'll see if Bethany calls off the fouling here. Caitlin Hughes breaks the press over to Jessica King. King finds Melanie Romig, swings it out to Parker, jump shot from the elbow, got it, knocked it down, 76-52. Now, Bethany waits too long, can't get the buzzer beater off in time on the other side of the court, and the Braves win this one 76-52. They end it by tying their game's biggest lead of 24. We'll be back after a quick commercial break with a recap of the game. Braves win this one at home.
Hi, I'm Sophie Evan, and I'm 6 years old. Getting your teeth clean is fun and easy at Dr. Hale's office. I think you should take your kids to see Dr. Hale, too.
Schedule your family's appointment at Dr. Hale Family Dentistry at 242-1800.
When quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today and make sure your heating and cooling system is ready for the season at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
It's the annual store-wide clearance sale at Messenger's Home Furnishings in South Ottawa. This is one of the biggest sales of the year and includes every category in the store. Reclining furniture, bedroom furniture, dining room furniture, youth furniture, sofas, chairs, end tables, and much, much more. Save on closeouts of Serta iComfort, iSeries, and Perfect Sleeper mattresses while they last. Long-term interest-free financing is being offered, or you can use our free layaway and pay it off with your upcoming tax refund. Messenger's Home Furnishings is located just west of Sterling Stockade on 23rd Street in South Ottawa.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm Insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
And welcome back to Wilson Fieldhouse, where the first half of the Braves doubleheader was Bethany goes OU's way. They improved to 13-8 on the year, 9-4 in conference play with a 76-52 victory. Things were a little slow in the first half. They had some hot three-point shooting, were able to score 23 in the first quarter, led by 7 at that point, 23-16. But allowed a few too many offensive rebounds in that second quarter, and Bethany hung around. They were only down by 5 at halftime, 34-29, got as close as 2. But then Maddie Stewart, Jenna Kramer, and Ashley Romig really started to take over in that third quarter. And then things got spread around throughout the second half. We end up with 5 players in double digits for the Braves. Nobody had more than 12, but it was enough to add up to 76, and they really locked down on defense, allowing only 23 second-half points to Bethany. 10 total block shots as a team, 3 of them going to Ashley Romig, 2 to Melanie Romig. So 5 or half of the team blocks accounted for by Romig. As the Braves cruise to 76-52 victory, Bethany drops to 3-10 in conference. Again, the Braves up to 9-4 ahead of that important rematch with Kansas Wesleyan and a shot to claim third place on Saturday. We will take a break, and then we'll be back with the Wise Guys Construction pregame show for the men's game about to start here in about 17 and a half minutes. You're listening to OU Braves basketball here on KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Disborough, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Advantage Electric, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. For more information about our next OU Brave sports broadcast, log on to the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen to 103.7 FM for the KOFO sports calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.